Today, I will be attempting the most difficult decluttering project that I've ever done on this channel. It is one that I have not even attempted to complete because I did not know if I could do it. But today is the day, and I've got the right mindset, and we are going to tackle this. So beside me, I have 6 tubs of childhood memories for me and my husband. So all of these came from the attic. You guys, it took up almost... My attic is now just Christmas stuff, basically. So we're going to attempt to go through these and downsize all of our childhood memories. Hey you guys, I'm Kristen and welcome to the Gold Project. If you are new here, welcome. We hope you decide to become a part of our community by clicking that red subscribe button below. Also hit that bell notification so you are informed every time I post videos. I post videos at least 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on this channel, we have a mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. So I hope you decide to click that red subscribe button and to become a part of our community and our mission. So before we get into anything, let me tell you how this idea came about, because you know I told you that I have not wanted to do this. So when I shared my kids' school memories back in August, if you've not seen that, I'll put a link in the card above. Somebody said, I would love to see an adult memory box. And I thought, oh, this is the opportunity to tackle the beast that is in my attic, that I have no idea how much stuff I have because I keep pushing it back, and literally in my attic, keep pushing it back. It was at the very back of my attic because I didn't want to deal with it. But today is the day. So I plan on trying to tackle all of these boxes. Now, I may come back next month and do a video on how to let go of emotional clutter based on how I'm doing it today. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is you need to be in the right mindset. So today I'm in the right mindset. You guys, it is like 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. I did not plan on doing this. Yesterday we pulled all these boxes down. I was like, I can't do this. I'm not emotionally ready to do this. This morning I get up and I'm like, let's do this. So I'm in my pajamas. My hair has not been done, no makeup on. All I've done is throw my contacts in, and I'm still in my pajamas. So this is real life organizing. I don't get dressed up to do tasks like this, so I'm not going to get dressed up for the camera either. So we're going to tackle this together. Before we do this, let me share with you what we are attempting to do. So these are the boxes that were in the attic. There are 6 boxes here, variety of sizes. Right now, you guys, I cannot tell you what is in any of these boxes except the top one because it's papers. I can tell it's papers. So this video might be a first part of an entire series. I'm not sure. I've got to get my head, I need to go through them first and sort them to see what we're going to do from there. So beside me, I have purchased 2 tubs from Target. The gray one is for my husband. The mint green one is for me. Or the aqua one. The goal is to downsize all of these 6 tubs down to these 2 tubs right here. So it's going to be a huge undertaking, especially because I have no idea what is in these boxes. And then back here, let me show you this. These are all of the cards. This was in the office closet. If you've not seen the office closet video, I will link that in a card above. So I pulled these out because I thought these are memories. So these are cards that my husband and I, there's 4 of them, gave each other. That one says daddy. Oh, hold on. There's 2. I think there's one from the kids. So yes, there's kids, and then there's one from us. So this is, yes, so this is before we had kids. So I've gone through here and I've put all of the cards in here. I think there's a better way to do this. I'm not sure what the better way to do this is, and this might be a thing to where we separate everything today and then we tackle like the paper clutter during separate videos, because I want to do something with all of this, but I cannot grasp what I want to do because I think this is way too much. So this and the paper over here, we may actually do this in a separate video because there's no sense keeping all of the paper, but I might want to keep some of it. So what we're going to do first is I am going to open all of these boxes. I'm going to sit them out and we're going to take a look at what is inside of each one of them. I need to talk about one more thing before we go forward. So I'm writing down notes on the video that I'm going to share with how to do this emotional clutter, declutter, I guess you would say. And I needed to share that you need to remember the purpose. So you guys, these things, I have no idea what's in these boxes. So does that mean I need them? No, I don't. So I need to remember that in my head when I'm going through these boxes. If I was to take these boxes and let go of them, I really mentally and emotionally haven't let go of anything because I have no idea what's in these boxes. The boxes have literally traveled with us to probably 5 different homes without us ever reaching in one of them to pull something out. So when I open the boxes and I start to get emotionally attached to something, I need to remember, before I started this, I had no idea what was in these boxes. So I don't need them, especially if they're negative. So if they bring up negative memories, I need to let them go. So I'm gonna link in the card above to my video to letting go of negative emotional clutter, because I don't know what's in these boxes. So I don't need anything. I don't want my kids years down the road to have to go through these boxes. They're not attached to anything in these boxes. So why am I keeping them? So let's get to it. Let's pull all of these boxes out, open them up so we can examine what's inside. So I have them all opened up and we're just gonna look through each one of them. You guys, I have noticed that some of these are mine. Some of this stuff is my kids and some of it is my husband's. So I'm just gonna kind of look through, just kind of show you what each one of them looks like. And then we're gonna start tackling. So we're gonna do the easiest first and then we're gonna move to the hardest. So probably the easiest one is probably going to be here. So we're gonna do this box first and then probably this box back here. Seriously, that was super easy to do. I just knocked out those 2 boxes in less than 10 minutes. And I had the mindset because a lot of it was Kate's. None of it was Derek's. I don't know. I think Derek's stuff is in his room because I don't see any of his in here. But I kept thinking about, why am I keeping this? Why do I need her coat from when she was little bitty? Is she going to want this? Y'all, here's the thing. We have got some of these outfits that I've put over here in the get rid of pile. We've got tons of pictures of Kate in that outfit. So why do I feel like I need to hold on to that actual dress? I've got pictures. It's not like it's an expensive dress. It's not like it's something that she's gonna have her daughter wear, because I can tell you, I've got tons of those dresses that my mom kept of mine and Kate never wore them. So that's a whole nother video to get to. So today we're just worrying about the stuff that's in the attic. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what piles we have. So after going through those boxes, those 2 boxes, this is the giveaway. This is the I'm not sure, because some of it, I think 2 things I need to ask my husband, and then the little tag, the The ball, I can't remember if my mom got that for Kate or Derek. If she got it for Kate, I'm letting it go. If she got it for Derek, then I'll keep it. Because they both have things like that in their boxes. I need to go through their boxes once again. And then over here, there are things that we're going to keep. So this is my husband's stuff here. And this is actually Lambeth. Oh no, that's when he played football. So I need to keep that for sure. So these things we are keeping. That's my husband's stuff we're keeping. This is the only thing of mine. It's a beauty pageant trophy that I would like to keep. And then this here. So let me explain why I've kept all of this stuff of Kate's. So I plan on making my kids, maybe when they graduate high school or sometime like that, I'm keeping shirts and things to make a huge blanket for them. So I've kept these things not because I feel like that, hey, I want it to say God bless Kate on the blanket or her initials, but I've kept some of it because when they do blankets like that, sometimes they need extra material. So I thought it would be good to keep some of her dresses. Like, this is great material for a blanket. And I kept this just because, I don't know, the K at the top, maybe they'll be able to cut that off into something. This minky material I thought would be great for a blanket, so I kept it. And then I actually have 2 blankets here. So all of this is going to go in a tub to use for a blanket when probably when she graduates high school. So I'm going to have a lot of different things to go in that they can choose from. Then whatever they choose from, everything else will be discarded. So that is why I kept all of that. Then we're going to go over here to this pile. This was so easy to let go of these things. You guys, a lot of it, why am I keeping baby shoes of Kate's? I mean, and I want to say she has a pair already in her memory box in her room. So why am I keeping 2 extra pairs of shoes? I mean, really, why am I keeping this jacket? Her first Halloween costume. It's not like she's going to wear it again. I mean, I was keeping all of these things. Why do I want to keep a hospital gown from a time that was not very positive for her? This was when she was like 1 month old and she had to go to the hospital. I don't want to remember that time. So, and you guys, some of this stuff, I was like, oh, why am I don't need to get rid of that. That's beautiful. Here's the thing. Look at it. Do you see that tag? Kate never wore this. So why in the world would I keep it? I don't know. I have no idea. So, you guys, baby blankets, another thing. She never wore that. So, why it's beautiful as it is, somebody else could get use out of that instead of it sitting in my attic and getting yellow. I need to pass that on. This blanket, I couldn't determine if it was mine or Kate's. So, if I don't know from first glance if something is mine or my daughter's, I don't need it. And then this was from when I was in high school. I had this Winnie the Pooh, and then these, y'all, I open them up, I'm like, I don't even remember my kids having that, and it's got a stain on the top. Time to let them go, because they do already have sentimental stuffed animals in their boxes. So I will probably share that in the next month or 2, what I keep in theirs. I probably need to go through that as well. So this might lead to several different videos. So that was a super easy process to go through those 2 tubs. So now we're going to move on to the next ones. So while we're still going through stuffed animals, let's move to this one. Oh, I can tell this is going to be a little bit difficult because I see some of mine. And I can tell you right now, I'm keeping 2 things. This was my favorite bear growing up. And this clown has a story. My mom made this for me, or had this clown made. You guys, I hate clowns. But I love this clown because it brings back such positive childhood memories. And you guys, I'm going to tell you, this is like a conversation starter in my family. So I'm definitely keeping this. So next we're going to go through this box here and this box. Ooh, Lord, I can see stuff I'm wanting to keep. Okay, boxes 3 and 4 are now cleaned out. And you guys, these are things over here that I'm going to have to look through that came in the boxes. These are going to require a little bit more thought, so that's what's sitting there. And then my sister has a few things. Look what I found. These are all of the uniforms that I wore during junior high and high school cheer. And they're in perfect condition. And I'm keeping them. Okay, so there's the pile. I added a few things to the giveaway pile. A few think abouts in the middle here. And then these are the piles of keep. So this is Derek's, Kate's pile. And you guys, I thought these two things were in her memory box already, and they weren't. So these have, I was like, oh, I've got to keep those two things. So I'm keeping those. This is my pile here. My cheerleading jacket. This is a school t-shirt from high school that has signatures of everybody that I graduated with. This is my favorite bear growing up. This clown has, I'm keeping this clown because I already mentioned, because I love it. My husband hates it. My mom likes it. My sister hates it. And the clown does get tons of conversations at, at dinner tables and things. And then this Oscar the Grouch, which is broken. But I love him because it brought so many memories of my grandmother's house. And it had like a little pump thing that broke off. But he's one of my favorites. So these are definitely 3 of my favorite childhood toys. And then my husband's stack has stayed the same. So there is those 2. And you guys, I probably have 2 bags worth of get rid of stuff there.
Where's mine?
Your pile's right here.
Oh.
You only have one thing right now. Okay, so next we're going to go through this right here, which you guys, I think is a lot of, I think this is our last tub and then the paper. So we're going to leave the papers to last. Because, yeah, that might require another video. I might sort them in this video and keep the things that I want, and then it may require a second video. We'll see. So this here, I think, looks like it's mostly, which I don't know. We're going to get through here. Mostly they are willow tree boxes that I'm keeping the boxes for. You may wonder, why are you keeping boxes of things? Because I have sold some of these, and when you sell them, it's best to have the box. So I do need to go through and make sure I have all the right boxes. So this may get put back in the attic, but I'm going to pull everything else that's not willow tree boxes out, and we're going to go through all of that. Okay, I went ahead. I didn't film it because it wasn't a whole lot to really go through, but I went through that box, and most of it, you guys, they were the willow tree boxes. So these will go back in the attic because I want to keep them in case I do sell them one day. It's best to sell something with a box, and I can put a few of the extra boxes, the Funko boxes, in here. So this is about to go back into the attic. Then I have a set of stuff over here that's actually going to go to my mother-in-law. I have no idea how we even got it. Let's see. Then we had this that needs to basically be recycled because you guys look, it's all beat up and it's yellowed on the back. So this is going to be recycled. And then I put all of the stuff so far in bags that will be donated. And the last set that was in those boxes is here. And they are plaques of, this is my husband's pile. So he had 2 of his high school plaques that he received, like best all-around athlete. And this was his senior football plaque. And then this is pretty stinking special, if I say so myself. He actually has his Pee Wee League jersey, and it's in perfect condition. I don't even know if he knows we even have this, so I'm keeping that. And then this is one of his high school jerseys. So he was always number 20. So, I mean, look, it still has the little, it's got a rip in it from when he was playing. I think that's super special. So Derek will definitely want these, I think, one day. Because Derek's really sentimental. He's got a few of Nathan's things hanging on his wall from when he was playing in college and things like that. So this is Nathan's pile here. And there's my pile, Kate's, and then Derek's. Derek keeps coming in here and taking stuff. So you guys, that was going through 5 of the bins there. And I'm happy to say that I really think Nathan and I have already downsized to just 2. So we will see once we get all of it in there. And we've got a pile of I'm not sure. And now I'm fixing to tackle the paper. So the paper stuff here, these are old yearbooks and things. I definitely want to keep those. I mean, y'all. And I think I have journals in here, and I think that I don't know why I'm working these, but look, people that I knew. So I'm definitely wanting to keep these, but it's all the like newspaper things that I'm really not sure about. I'm like, this is a college thing. Why am I keeping this? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go through all these papers. These I'm going to go ahead and put in my box because I know I'm going to keep those. But it's all the loose papers. I want to go through here and sort through, keep and get rid of, and then we're going to have to come to a decision on what we're going to do with all the stuff we do keep. Okay, it is about an hour later, and I have been able to go through all of the paper, and I now have an empty box. And you guys, let me be honest about this process here. This was really not that hard at all. And I thought it was going to be really difficult, but a lot of stuff I was able to get rid of. Like ribbons, this means nothing to me. All of the ribbons, I got rid of a lot of awards that I had received. If I looked at something and I did not know what it was, immediately it went in the get rid of pile. I only kept a handful of grade reports, and the only grade reports I kept were the ones that were like all the way through the year. If it was just 1 quarter, I got rid of it. So I only have a few of those in the piles. And let me tell you mostly what I kept. Most of the things that I kept were things that I had written. Like I would get a topic in school and then they would tell me to write on it. So I was thumbing through there and it brought back so many memories because, you know, I'm 37. Some of these things were from, it's 2019 now. Some of these things I had wrote back in 1993. And I don't know, it just kind of, some of the things, like one of them was a letter to my unborn child and about how I was on homecoming court and all this stuff, but I still felt alone. So those are things that I plan on going through on a different video. So I'm going to turn you around and share with you the 3 piles that I have. And you guys, before we go through this, let me tell you, we always got, this is hilarious. Look at me. This is right when I got braces back in, is it even dated? I don't know. I don't see a date on it. Look at this. Here we go. Look at those bangs, you guys. What did I think I was doing? Look at them. Look how far they stick out from my forehead. So you guys, this is stuff I need to keep just because it's hilarious. And I can show my kids that, hey, you think things look good, and then look, this was back in 95, and here we are 24 years later, and I'm like, woo, what was I thinking? So, I mean, it's just the funny stuff that you, I'm keeping that because it's hilarious. So I've kept a few newspaper pictures in here, and you guys, I don't know if y'all are anything like me, but there were some newspaper articles. I had 4 copies of one thing. So this is all stuff that I'm going to look through in a different video. This is all my husband's stuff. I'm going to have him look through that as well. And then we're going to come up with a different solution for keeping all of this, maybe in one like scrapbook or something. So this is going to be on a different video. So we're just going to put those to the side. Here's the pile of stuff I'm getting rid of. You guys, I got rid of everything from awards. This means nothing to me. Why did I keep like little Dr. Dolittle 2. Hey, the movie was $4.25 back then in 2001. Why did I keep all of this? I've got a massive pile of newspaper clippings and the nervous system back there. So this pile of things here was so easy to get rid of. So all of this I'm going to go through and shred or just put in the trash can. Just depends on if it's got personal information on it. So all of the paper is now shredded. That's going to be shredded, and I'll show you all of that in just a minute. But we're gonna put the stuff that needs to go in the attic first to clear out some room before we start the memory boxes. So these 5 tubs are all empty and they can go in the attic. This is gonna go in the attic and it's with the empty boxes, and I've got a few more boxes actually in the attic that I'm going to put in there. So now we are to the paper. So you guys, I just filled up an entire trash bag with shredded paper that I'm getting rid of. So these are the 2 stacks of paper that we have left. So I am going to move these to the side, and because that's going to be a separate video. Okay, I have the vacuum in here now, so I'm vacuuming as I go. So I now have all of the paper that was in the middle over here in this one tub. So we will do all of the paper that right now I'm saying I want to keep. I may not end up keeping all of it, but we are going to do a separate video on the paper clutter and childhood memories. So now we're going to start assembling these memory boxes. So we're going to do mine first because I've got my yearbooks in there. So I'm going to put my cheerleading uniforms in there. And then this pile of things right here. So I've got my cheer jacket, some graduation things, a trophy, and a few toys. Okay, you guys, that leaves so much room for the paper that I want to put in here. So look, I've got all of this room up here. I've tried to pack it as well as possible, but I was able to fit all of that in one tub. So that feels amazing. So now we're going to move to my husband. So for my husband, he's got some yearbooks and a college football roster, I think it is, some uniforms, sweatshirt, and a plaque, or 2 plaques. Okay, so now my husband's is done, and you guys, men don't keep nearly as much stuff, I've learned, or the men I have been around, as females do. So he doesn't have nearly as much stuff in his, but it is all the important stuff. So I've got them moved to the side over here. There's the paper that we're gonna go through, my husband's box, and then mine. So I'm gonna put the lids on those, and we will get to the paper in a different video. And if you're wondering where I got these storage buckets, I got these from Target. If they're available online, I will link them below. Okay, I also went ahead and I put all of my kids' items that were over here in their memory buckets in their closet. So now we are to this right here. So I'm gonna take the bags and the Winnie the Pooh in the back outside to take to Goodwill this week. So you guys, that is 2 bags plus a bowl and a huge Winnie the Pooh that's all going to get donated. And then down here I have a full bag of paper. So I'm gonna put that in the trash can and those in our giveaway pile. Now this is my pile of items that I need some time to think about. And it is okay if you're not able to get every task done in one sitting, and that is what we have to tell ourselves. We have to give ourselves permission to let something go, because you know, with these dolls here, my grandmother gave them to me, so I need to really evaluate, what do I want to do with them? Do I want to put them back in the attic? All of that. So I've got several things here that I'm going to take a few days or a few weeks. It depends. I mean, I'm going to let myself breathe on this one and determine the smart thing to do, because I'm really not sure at the moment, so I don't need to address it if I'm not ready. So everything is now cleaned up. That is the pile of stuff that I need to pass on to other family members. Somehow they're not mine and they got mixed in with mine and my husband's stuff. And this is for the next video. So we've got the memory boxes ready to go. And the next thing that we have to do is look at all of the childhood papers. So you guys, that is it. And I feel like this has been a huge success, and it feels amazing to be able to put 5 buckets in the attic that are completely empty. Overall, I feel like this was a huge success. I was really apprehensive about this. I did not think I was going to be able to emotionally do it. But you guys, once I started getting in there and looking through things, I was not emotionally attached to 99% of it. So I was able to let it go. Now the things like my cheer uniforms and like my husband's jerseys, As soon as I pulled those out of the box, a smile was on my face. So I knew that I needed to keep those because they brought back positive memories, and we will be able to look at those years to come because our kids are not that age yet. So I'm sure it will be interesting, or I would think it would be interesting to pull out those things when they get a little bit older. So that is why I definitely kept the things that brought a smile to my face. And I can tell you right now, most of the paper that I want to keep are things that I wrote. Sentimental things that I wrote during school. So that was not even as hard to go through as I thought. I was able to get rid of awards and ribbons and letters about recognitions because they meant absolutely nothing to me. It was the handwritten things that I found the most emotionally attached to. So you guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's given you a little bit of motivation and positivity to tackle your emotional items. So in the comments below, I want you to share with me any questions that you might have about emotional memorabilia, childhood memories, any type of emotional items. List those questions in the comments below, and I'm definitely going to share a video on how to let go of the hard things, and I would like to answer some of your questions in that video. So any questions that you might have about those childhood or emotional items, leave that in the comments below. So you guys, I hope you give this video a big thumbs up. By giving my videos a thumbs up, it shows YouTube you're engaged and you like my content, which means they'll start suggesting it and recommending it to more people, which means our community will grow and will continue to spread positivity. Also, I hope you hit that red subscribe button to become a part of our community and our mission to get organized on a budget and with a plan together. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and until next time, bye you guys.